What's up, everybody? We're back.
What's up, y'all?
Audacious ones.
Right.
That's what we call our community. We might have to get some merch.
Yeah, we might have to do that.
Don't be trying to steal it.
We still need Audacity
yeah, we still
shirts
yeah,
like
we
this
do.
for us to have.
Yes, we do. We are back. I'm Shadanica Nicole.
I'm Elise Simone.
And I think we're just gonna pick up, where we kind of both left off with our solo episodes. Like, we were talking about loss and grief, but we're also going to be moving into the love month, I think, whenever this comes out. So everybody's gonna be
trash.
It really is. Everybody's gonna be running around trying to act like they in love.
Right.
Oh, and don't forget, it's tax time too. So
everybody gonna be big in love.
Oh, they hella in love.
They can be paid in love.
Oh yeah. All kinds of thousandaires
until
running
about
around
April.
Here. Yeah, till about April.
Then everybody gonna break up.
Right. Everybody gonna be riding around on tip tags.
Right.
But yeah. So we both were kind of talking about grief and loss and loss in different ways. And I think that's something that we can still kind of, piggyback off of some more, like, because a lot of people still don't realize that grief is not just about losing a loved one or losing someone. Like, you can grieve all types of relationships. You can grieve all types of things. It doesn't have, a specific address. It doesn't have a specific, person that it hits or whatever. Like, so I think we can pick up where we left off on that. And even if you're talking about, since we're going into the love month, you can talk about, grieving relationships, which I
don't even want to talk about that.
Well, I mentioned, because like in my solo episode, I mentioned getting a divorce. And a lot of people were like, because I know a lot of people that are kind of going through something like that similar. And a lot of people were like, you hear people say stuff like, you shouldn't jump out of one relationship into another one because you need to heal and you need to grieve their relationship. And I'm like, depending on the relationship and what you went through, because I tell people, I grieved that relationship while I was still in it. Because it don't take a rocket scientist for you to see that this ain't it.
Right.
So I had to grieve it while I was still there. Because if I didn't, I probably would have hurt somebody. Because I had to you have to come to the realization, okay, you know what, this is not it. And you got to feel your feelings and be in them feelings. Because sometimes you can't always get up and go right away.
Right.
So I had to feel them feelings where I was at. And when I got out, it was like, my divorce,
Right. Yeah.
And no shade at all. But still, it was just like, I'm free. I'm out. Now I can really, now I can get into the healing, but the grieving part, I mean, you could be grieving it even while you're trying to work through it. Because I was like, I mean, it was not a decision that I came to lightly.
Right.
At all. Because I had history with this person. Like 13 years is a long time.
Right.
That's the longest I've ever done anything, including a job. Okay. So it was like, I'm going to give this everything that I can give it, and then when you finally get to that point and you realize, damn, like I'm giving it everything and it's starting to hurt me.
Right.
It's starting to make me think differently about myself. And I've worked too hard to get to where I am emotionally and mentally and spiritually to go back to the way I used to think about myself. And so when I realized that this person is doing more harm than good, peace.
Yeah.
Like, you go back to your world and let me go back to mine. And here's the thing. You'll never find anybody like me, but you just might find somebody that's for you. I don't wish bad on anybody. I'm just not the one for you. So I feel like, grief is something, it can happen while you're in it.
Yeah.
I can grieve you while you still walking around in my face, and I had to do that. It hurt because there was so many things that were like on point where I was like, okay. And I think that was probably the thing that got me through it the longest, to get through it, because there was so many things that was like on point. Like, he was good at taking care of me. You know, he was good at taking care of the home. You know, he did laundry. Like, I love that because I hate doing laundry.
Yeah.
But so it was like, okay. But when it came to other things, like taking care of me, you know, as far as like how a husband should, you know, it was just kind of like, you're lying, you're disrespectful, you know, you're sneaky, you know, I can't live like that. So it's like, all right, so I gotta grieve this life that I thought I was gonna have, and I'm still here,
right,
but I'm on my way out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's very much so possible. So people, you know, and people have to deal with things on, you know, the best way for them. Like, some people get out of long-term relationships and jump right on into another one, you know, but that's just how some people deal. You know, is that that might not necessarily be the correct thing for you or me or anybody, but everybody has to do what they have to do. But when it comes down to it, you also have to understand that there's consequences that come along with your choices. You know, so like, you better think it through.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't ever really say too much when it comes to that, because me personally, I will disconnect like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sometimes like I'd be like, dang, Elise, like, can't you just like try? I'm like, like, I just, I don't want to do it. Like, I just feel like if you just coming in here just really disrupting my peace like that, and then I try, and that's the thing, I will try to have those conversations with you, let you know, like, hey, you know, I didn't really like it when you did this or whatever, or is there something that I could be doing differently to, like, you know, switch this up or whatever, you know. And if I feel like, okay, we've had these conversations and we keep having these conversations and nothing is changing, then you don't need me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll go about my business, you know. Right. And it's not that I don't care about you, I don't love you. You know, I could have all these feelings, but once I disconnect, it's really hard to get me back to being in this relationship. So it's like, once I leave, I've been left.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, mentally, I left before I did physically.
Absolutely.
So that's why it may like appear to people on the outside looking in like, oh, well, she just, you know, she don't even care. She, you know, I'm like, trust me, I went through all the feels. You know what I'm saying? I did my crying, I did my, you know, questioning myself, and then I get to a point where I really start to not like you as a person. And when I get to that point of like, I don't even like you no more. I don't
like you.
Because anybody can just be like, oh, I love you, but I don't even like you anymore.
And that's important. And people, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I was just listening to a podcast about that earlier. I heard a preacher say that, like, most people, especially in marriages, like, it's not about the loves, it's about the likes. And we know so many people that are together right now today that love each other, but they do not like each other. And I got to that point in my marriage where I was just like,
because I remember us having a conversation and you told me something and I was like, don't send this to me over text. I'm talking person.
Because when you get to that point, it's like, I will do anything to you at this point. Like, dude, don't test me.
Don't do it, please.
Please don't test me, because I don't even like you.
No.
And go ask some people that know that I don't like them and see how I treat them.
Right.
Like, don't do this with me. And the crazy part about it is, he didn't even like me. And that's the thing. And I would tell him, like, dude, you don't even like me. Why are you fighting so hard to keep this?
Yeah.
Like, let's just keep it real with each other. You don't even like me. And you make it even more evident when the libations get involved. So, then your true self really comes out.
I've seen it.
And it's like, I can't trust this. What? No, absolutely not. So I'm glad you brought that up, because it's like, okay, I love you, but I don't like the way you lie all the time. Like, so I'm supposed to stay with you because I love you. And that was something that I would tell him all the time. Like, just because we love each other doesn't mean we're supposed to be together. And why don't people get that? Yeah. And then people be like, well, back in the day. Nigga, this ain't back in the day. I'm sorry. This is not back in the day.
We are not our grandmas and grandpas and
no, honey.
I will leave.
It's too easy.
I will leave.
It's too easy. And that could be a thing too. It is too easy. So a lot of times people don't want to try. But I feel like if it's worth, if it's worth it. If it's worth the try. And I think for me, and I was talking about this in my last episode, like the way I grew up, I got accustomed to overperforming for love. And I think that's why I have stayed in way more situations longer than I should have. And that's one of the things that I envy about you, is because you will be like, nope, we're done. No, I'm done. I'm done. Like, I'm just done. And I envy that, because I wish I could just be like, you know what? Now I'll do that with a job.
Yeah. I'll do that with a job too. Yeah, I'll do that with a job too.
I'll do that with a job. But it was always hard for me. And I think that's because I have that past of abandonment, rejection, just being alone, or, having to overperform for love, or seeking validation and acceptance. Like I had that. So it was like, okay, because I never wanted to be the one that was like, well, she just left. Because I know what it's like to be left.
I'll gladly be there.
Yes. And that's why I say it in my episode, like, I feel like I broke that because you do it, your brother do it, like, y'all just be up and out of there.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yes.
And I think too, like, when it comes to me, like, I can't be in anything where I have to, like, pull your love out of you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so used to just giving it to people. Like, it don't have to be like anything romantic or anything, but just like in general.
Just
like,
who
I'm just a naturally loving person. So I will just give love to any and everybody, So when I feel like I'm in a relationship with a person that is not even used to receiving love from other people, it's going to be really, really hard for me, because I'm like, look, I'm used to giving it. You're not used to receiving it. How is this really going to work? Because you're going to say that my love is just too much, and it's too over the top, and it's too this, and it's too that, when all I'm doing is loving you. This is something that is just natural for me to do. Versus you feel like, like you don't know how to receive that, so you don't know what to do with that type of emotion, that type of feeling. But you can sit here and say, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. But you can't even receive my love.
So you don't even know what it is.
You don't know what that really feels like.
You don't even, and we had that conversation too. Because I believe in God, and I believe that God is love. And I don't think that you can really fully say that you know what it is to love and be loved if you have not tapped into God in some kind of way. And that was another issue that we had. Like, he would not. And so, and I would even say that to him, like, you don't even know God, so how do you know that you even love me? So his way of showing me love was material things and money, and yes, it's good you paid the bills or whatever, or your version of paying the bills. But it's like, how do you know that is where I'm needed? That's what I'm needing. Like, I need emotional support. I need affection. I need intimacy. And when I say intimacy, I don't mean sex. I mean into me see. That's what I mean. So it's like, you don't even know how to do that, because, and you have to look at where they come from too. He was older than me, about 10 years. So it was like, he came from a generation of where he did not grow up the way that I did. He had a 2-parent home, even though there was still trauma and there was some stuff going on in his family dynamic that was different. It was still, you had a 2-parent household. You got to go to school. You was a jock. You got to graduate. You got to do all these things. You knew your mama loved you. You knew your daddy was there, and this, that, and the other. But it was still like, when it came to like intimacy issues and intimacy things, it was like, you were a young kid trying to mess with your teachers or messing with your teachers or flirting, or your teachers was messing with you. So it's like, you don't really know, like you was just having sex to be having sex.
And you were really being abused.
Exactly. And it's so funny because we were with some friends of his, and him and the friend were talking about that one time, how they messed with the teacher. And I was like, so y'all were molested?
Right.
Like, let's keep it real. And everybody, no, let's keep it real. Yeah. You were molested while you're sitting here trying to, raise a badge of honor or pride, think it's a prize because you got with your teacher. You were sexually abused by a grown woman. Let's keep it all the way 100. And that's why y'all have the problems that y'all have now with intimacy. Because you think it's all about sticking your manhood in somebody, and that's it. You don't know anything about affection. You don't know anything about intimacy. You don't know anything about foreplay.
Right.
Let's not. Okay, I digress. But
no, for real though,
for real,
it causes like, so many situations, like so many problems in a relationship.
It does. So and I think that's I'm a real big advocate for couples therapy before you even get married. I'm a real big advocate for that, because you think you know a person, you think you know what you're getting into, but you don't. You really don't. And Viola Davis said something real cool. I heard her say, she's like, everybody thinks the marriage begins at the wedding. No, the marriage don't begin until you want to kill them. And that's true, because that's when you really get to see what y'all are made of and what your communication is made of, how strong your foundation is. Because the moment that I would approach him with something that was bothering me, it immediately turned into an argument. All hell broke loose. It turned into an argument. It turned into the silent treatment for 2, 3, 4, 5 days, because I'm good at that. I will admit it. I'm working on it, but I'm good at that. If you don't want to talk to me, baby, we ain't never got to talk. And I am fine.
Just for me, that's where it gets awkward for me. Because I don't want to be in no type of space, especially if we living together, where we just not speaking.
And it's very uncomfortable.
That is so uncomfortable. It's weird.
And it's a form of abuse.
It is. And I know, like, even in my past relationship, like, it got to a point where, like, even when we would have conversations and I may bring up something that was bothering me or whatever, we never seemed to come to some sort of like middle ground. It was just like, we're just going back and forth about who said this and who did what and who said this. And I'm like, dog, this is draining me. And then it's also like, we can't have those conversations because now you're withholding love from me and affection from me because you feel away.
And you know what that stems from? You want to be right more than you want to be in relationship. Being right is more important to you than being in a relationship.
And I don't give a damn if I'm right.
Yeah, that's what kills everything.
It does. It does. Like, I remember, like, we had got into, he was over here, whatever, we had got into it or whatever. And eventually, like, he ended up leaving and stuff like that. And I walked him out to the car. And even the hug was just like, like, you didn't tell me you love me. You didn't kiss me. You didn't do anything. You were just kind of like, because you just want to be in your feelings.
It's like, grow up.
And I'm like, dog,
how old are we?
And you older than me? Like, what are we doing here?
How old are we?
But now you mad because I bring up certain things that bother me because I have good social skills and good communication skills. But now you feel like we in a therapy session.
Oh my God.
And that shit is
oh my God.
I'm literally just expressing myself to you.
Yeah.
I'm literally laying out the whole blueprint as to how to love me, especially when you ask me, how can I love you better? I tell you, and you still have a problem with that. Like, can we for real grow up here?
Yeah.
And so that type of stuff, I can't get with it. So by the time I leave, I'm like, look, I'm done. We don't have to have any, further conversation after this. I will block you on every social media platform. You do not have to worry about me ever again in life. I hope you have a good one. Yeah. And the thing is, it's like you said, I don't ever wish any type of ill will on anybody that I ever talked to, dated, whatever. Like, just do you. Just do it without me.
Because I figured there's somebody out there for you. It just ain't
that's
me.
Gonna tolerate that. That's gonna, feed into all that. That's gonna argue with you. That's gonna, sit here and I'm not doing all that.
And it might not even be the fact that they're gonna sit there and argue with you. It might even be somebody out there that will get you out of that.
Together, yeah,
that will get you together. It just ain't meant to be. It ain't meant to be. And that was something that I kind of had to come to grips with myself, because it's like I wanted to be the one. Like I wanted to be the one because like they are who they are, and they've been that way. They didn't just get that way when they got with you,
right?
So it's like I wanted to be the one, because I'm a fixer. I'm Olivia Pope in this thing, But no, sometimes you just got to realize that white hat ain't for you. Like it just ain't.
And I think I was just more pissed because it's like, especially when it's somebody that caught herself chasing you for years, and then you finally get to a point where now you have me. Yeah. You don't even know what to do.
You don't have no clue. You didn't think past this moment.
Yeah.
I called your bluff. And you
like
you folded.
You folded.
You folded.
And not in a good way.
And I don't even know how to play poker.
Man, look.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think that was the thing. And then I think too, once we even got to the point of like trying to go to like therapy or whatever, because we were talking about marriage and all the things. By the time we got to that point, I didn't want to do none of that shit no more. I was like, fuck these books, fuck all this shit. Like, we can be done. I promise you. I'm over here talking to the pastor like, hey, he working my nerves, and I'm not going for it, dog. And I don't have a problem, like, for someone telling me, even when I'm wrong, I have no issue with that. Please do. Like, please tell me when I'm wrong. Because there was a point when I had said something to you, whatever, and he's like, no, you were wrong. And like, you would tell me, and I'm like, okay, I get it now. So I don't have a problem holding myself accountable, apologizing. But after that point, that one conversation, and we get through the apologies and all that, I'm not talking about it no more. So if we ever have another disagreement, don't bring this shit back up. Like, we were past that. What are we doing?
Yep. I feel you.
I was like, this is why I be single and stuff, because I just really, I'll be cool in my own little bubble, in my own little, and then I don't want to feel comfortable in my own space. You don't pay no bills here. Right. So I'll be damned if you come up here and get to hooting and hollering and arguing with me. Because you can't go.
You can't go.
Because,
you can leave.
You pissing off my plants.
Right.
Like, you can leave.
We don't do that here.
We don't.
We do not do that
We
here.
don't have catfish nights. Okay? No. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. For real, though. I don't know. Communication is the key.
It is. And comprehension is.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh. If you are only listening to me just to respond to what I'm saying, that irks me more. Especially when I'm trying to talk to you and I can see it in you just dead in the face. Yeah. Like I can see it in your eyes. You just waiting on me to get done talking so you can come back at me with something. And you didn't hear nothing. Especially when you don't know what the hell you talking about.
Right.
Especially when you don't understand what I'm even saying to you. You just coming back with some, okay, case in point. And I'd really, I'm gonna just say this. Back when we were dating, and this was around the time when my brother had got murdered, I caught him basically cheating on me. Not in the act or anything like that, but he was cheating. I bring it to him. And you know what he said to me? I hate it. I even got to say this. This man looked me square dead in my face and was like, Shadanica, how long have them clothes been sitting in the corner?
What? What?
I kid you not. I kid you not. Like, of all the... What? Like, I am literally, like, the woman's name. I know the woman's name. I saw the text messages. I saw everything in the... Shadanica, how long have them clothes been sitting in the car? First of all, you do the laundry. So you tell me how long the clothes been sitting in the corner. Okay? Like, so, and you know what? I mean, what? Nah, I don't have the bandwidth. I don't have it because I'm still reeling from the death of my brother and my best friend at this point. And you telling me, okay, Shadanica, it's time for you to get back to normal. And I'm finding out you cheating on me with somebody that you work with. That if I'm not mistaken, you've actually introduced me to before. And you talking to me about some laundry in the corner. Is that what we doing? And you know, and y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about the situation. I don't care because I've healed and I've moved on. But yeah, I was dumb. I was stupid. I was whatever. I was all those things. I was unhealthy. I was all those things. I was even toxic in my own right, you know, to even be dealing with a situation like that. I did not have self-love for myself. So I owe myself an apology for not knowing what I didn't know. Yeah. And for not loving myself enough to say this is not for me. I was in a bad space. Yeah. But when I look back on just to think about some of the things, it was just like, so we can't even have this talk. We can't even if this is something that we're going to end up working through, which we did not. We did end up breaking up at that time, but we did get back together. But it was like, we can't even work through this because you ain't even trying to have a real conversation with me. You ain't even trying to acknowledge what you've done. You trying to, so you thought that talking to me about the laundry was gonna make me forget this right here? Seriously? Like, who are you? Like, how old are you? Like, I just don't.
Yeah,
I
definitely know that, like, there were definitely points in my relationship, and it was crazy because we were not together for long, but we had we knew each other for a very long time, and we had many talking stages, just over and over. And I think I was just more so upset with myself because I was like, you should have really just saw the signs way long before now.
There was a reason why y'all just had those talking stages.
Yeah, because I'm like, getting deeper into that was like a whole different type of grief. Yeah. Because I can do with the talking and not talking with whatever, but when it comes to like actually being just with a person, like physically, all
and
the
you
things,
get in my feelings,
and you get me in my feelings and stuff like that, and it's just like, it was just too much. So I think it was more so when we talk about grief, just grieving those parts of me that I really needed to let go to, let go of. And I knew that I was, even like you said, I was toxic in that space too. Like, I'm not perfect, you know, and I will never try to sit out here and claim to be perfect. But I knew where I was going. Yeah, he shouldn't have been nowhere in my path of people to even entertain.
And that's important to recognize too, because the people, the partner that you choose.
Jesus. Speaking of, okay, because I think there were many points like throughout, and we were like only together for like 4-5 months. So much had happened within that time to where I thought we was together for hellas. Like, I really thought that we were together for a long time. Because this shit was just dragging out. Because, you know, everybody was like, you know, time flies when you're having fun. I was not having a good time. Right? So
it was not a good time.
It was not fun. Okay? We had fun moments, but it was just not fun.
Not a good time.
So yes, choosing the right partner is everything, especially because I was in the process of like getting my business started, and it was just so many good things that I was doing. And this was one incident that really had me like, we can never move past this. You know, we can never get to a point where I could see myself being married to you, having children with you, like any of those things, because it was just the immaturity for me. So I ended up like liking a video, because I remember telling you about this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I liked the video, right? And I made a comment. It was just some guy posting the video. I don't even know. It was like about relationships or something. And I think I put like the 100 emojis or something. And the guy that posted it, you know, just liked the video, liked my comment. And then there was like some random guy that also liked my comment. I didn't think nothing of it. why did this man go in the comments under my comment and tell dude that liked my comment that he was spitting his face for
That's
liking
that immature.
liking a comment.
He didn't say nothing to you.
He didn't say nothing to me. He didn't inbox me. He didn't do nothing. He didn't poke me. He didn't do nothing.
He didn't nudge you.
No. He did absolutely nothing but like a comment and went on about his day. You seen that and told them that you was spitting in his face. Now, what if that could have been like a business opportunity for me or somebody like, going to my page and they seeing that what I'm saying? You would be coming into my money. You'd be messing with my money and my brand. And I don't like that because I'm very much like, I'm headstrong about myself. Like, I'm serious about my shit. So for you to be a reflection of me and be so immature like that, I was disconnected by that point because I was like, there is no fucking way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There is no way.
Yeah.
That you're going to be out here representing me acting like that.
You do not trust, like, when you get to the point to where you scared for this person to even open their mouth.
Yes.
And that's where I was like, nah, you don't really need to go with me to so-and-so.
No. When it comes to, and I look at everything, I think he would think that I was just like too bougie. Like, he didn't want to say it. He never wanted to say it, but I knew. Just like certain comments that he would make.
And it ain't bougie. And that's how you tell you. It's not that I'm bougie. It's just you don't know how to act. You don't have social skills.
At all.
It's not being bougie.
Like, or it would just be like, if I'm dressed a certain kind of way. It's because I want to dress this way. Like, so yeah, if I feel like, okay, it's the dead middle of summertime and we're just going to Waffle House and I feel like wearing a fucking dress, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's summertime. Like, I don't give a fuck where I'm going. It's just like it's hot. Okay. And you over here like, yeah.
What am I supposed to be wearing?
Right. And you're just like, well, I just kind of, I just be looking like this. Well, that's you.
That's you. And really, okay, what is that saying about you that you just be looking like that?
Exactly.
Because, absolutely
because
not.
If we were ever to be out or going to like an event or something like that, I don't want you to just walk out the house looking at me all kind of way. Right. Not with me.
Right. And you should know better anyway because you've known me for so long.
You've seen me,
and you've seen me evolve, and you see where I'm at right now. Why would you think that I'm gonna switch that up? Right. And it's like some people really don't. Number one, they don't really know what it's like to be in real relationship. And two, it's the relationships that they have seen have been so toxic and so unhealthy that they start to think that that's what relationship is. And I was guilty of that. When I first started getting into relationships, because I started this at a very young age, I wouldn't, because if you don't have the blueprint to go off of, if you don't have anything positive to go off of, you're going to go off of naturally what you always saw. And so what I always saw was arguing, abuse, all toxic, unhealthy shit. So naturally, when I got into a relationship, that's what I thought it was supposed to be. So of course I didn't think anything was wrong with it until it got physical, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't think I'm supposed to be getting hit upside the head every day. Yeah. Or like, I don't think I'm supposed to be feeling like this. This does not feel good, and I have had a relationship with God since I was a little girl. I'm not a Bible thumper or anything like that. I don't run up in church 12 days a week or nothing like that. But I know that I know that I was not put here to be beat on, emotionally abused, financially abused, sexually abused. I know better. And I have seen God work too many things out in my life to accept that. Like I said, there may be situations where it took me longer to get out of a situation than it should have, but you can best believe once I got away, I was away. Yeah. And I am done. Yeah. Like, there's no amount of need that I can have that'll make me go back to that. No, I don't care what happens. Yeah. Like, I cannot. And I'm one of those people, you try to make pacts with God. Like, okay, God, if you get me out of this. No, I mean it. Yeah. I mean it. Like, I'm not like, and, and he's contacted me, since we've been apart. And it's like, but I know your pattern too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't contact me during normal business hours during the week.
Mm-hmm.
You don't contact me till you ain't got nothing to do on the weekends. All your friends is gone and they doing whatever they doing, and you sitting at home getting drunk, drinking by yourself, and now you reminisce, and now you want to hit my phone at 1:45 in the morning.
Right.
No, sir. My office hours are from.
Right.
Cause no, and even then, you don't really have no reason to be hitting me up during office hours, because we have no business.
Right.
We have no business. None at all. But it's funny that you brought that up about the way he was talking about how he dressed, because I remember back when we were dating, and we had went to St. Louis with this couple, and he was one of my really, really close friends. And we went with him and his wife, and we were out to eat. And I was talking about how, I like to get dressed up, and I like to go to dinner. Like, I like to go to church, when it's possible, because sometimes I work on Sunday, so I can't go all the time, but I like to go. And dude sitting across from me was like, well, see, you have to finesse him into that. And I was like, bruh, are you really going to sit here and tell me that I have to finesse a grown-ass man who loves to shop, who has nice clothes in his closet? I have to finesse him to want to dress nice? Have you met me?
Right.
Like, the fact that I'm looking like I'm looking should make you want to run and go get in the closet. Like, I mean, we representing each other out here.
Exactly. Like, match my fly.
Thank you. Like, we joked about that, but it's true. Yeah. Like, stop playing with me. Like, no. And I think when I put it to him like that, it was like, she do got a point. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I do. Yeah. I do. Let's not talk about that ever again.
Right.
Because did he have to finesse me to get up and dress today?
Right.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. You should be wanting to do that on your own. Like, it shouldn't have to be anybody else with you for you to want to take care of yourself and for you to groom yourself and just look good. Like, brush your teeth, wash your ass. Like, there should be no finessing that's done.
Not at all.
Because you should just naturally want to do those things. And it'd be so weird because these men be dirty. And it just be weird to me. It just be a little weird, Like, not all, but some. Some men just be out here dirty.
Yeah, they do.
And I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
So it just like that type of thing really does bother me. Like, I always want it to be like whoever I'm with, like, we represent each other very well. Yeah. Like, regardless if we're together, or not. Like, why do I have to hear that you over here arguing with the females? Yeah. Do you know how embarrassing that is?
Right.
And nigga, I'm not doing damage control. I don't know what the fuck happened.
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I just wasn't there. Punch him in the face. There. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
But some people don't think that, and back to the relationship thing, like, some people don't think that they're in a real relationship unless there's drama going on. Yeah. Like, I take it back to when I was a kid. When I was a kid, we used to play house. This is my husband, this is my wife, blah, blah. And the first thing we would do was argue. Yeah. Ain't that crazy? That just goes to show how toxic and unhealthy this shit was. Like, growing up, the things that we saw, the first thing we would do was argue, and then we get up, girl, and he over here doing this, and da-da-da. And it's like, that is how we were taught. That's the things that we saw. Yeah. And it's so funny to me when I think about that. Like, you think that means that we're like, Music Soul Child had that song, you just like the drama because you think it makes us real. Like, no, it don't. Right. It stresses us both out, gives us high blood pressure. I don't like you, you don't like me. Now I'm drinking and smoking, and it's you on my nerves. Now you trying to cheat because you blaming it on me. Right. And I'm like, what?
This is too much.
It's too much.
Like,
it's a lot.
It really is.
It's a lot. We don't went off on a whole.
We did. It was not supposed to go.
It was not supposed to go this way.
But sometimes, just look, I just let it fly.
Yeah, because these are the hard conversations that need to be had. Yeah, and and piggybacking off of my last episode when I was talking about me and your relationship, like, it's people are always blown away by our bond and the way we are, but it's like, it's because we can have talks like this. Like, I can tell you where I messed up in relationships and not feel no type of way about it, and not even feel like being judged or any type of shame or anything about it, because I can tell you about this, so you ain't got to go through it. Or and there's things that you teach me, so it's like I said, like the fact that you can detach and the fact that you can walk away so easily, like that's something that I need to work on, because I mean, we ain't got no time.
For real.
Like, we ain't got time out here.
And the thing is, like, it's not easy, you know what I'm saying, because it's like I've already wrestled with myself numerous times as to whether or not I want to end this, I should stay in this, but I'm just like, what am I going to get from this, like, besides stressed? Like,
and I can do that enough on my own,
for real. Like, I was dealing with enough, so it's like, that's why I think, like, it's easy for me to do so, but it's not easy. But it's easy in a sense because I know when I'm by myself, I can focus on just solely me. I don't have to be worried about nobody else and being, is this okay with you today? I don't got time to be doing all that. Like, I just like to be able to just be focused on me, And so, and even my friends will tell you, like, shit, at least don't take no shit. Like, she don't. She's one of them ones where she be like, okay, yes, I know I'm beautiful, and what do you mean? Like,
and tell me something I don't know.
I just, because I'm not going to keep sitting here having these same conversations just over and over and over again.
And you definitely not finna what you doing me to death.
No, like, for real. That is exhausting in itself.
It is.
I don't even answer. That, or I just say some off the wall, about to go skydiving.
Right.
Get out of here.
About to go hang out with Batman in them.
No, for real.
Yeah, for real.
Take over the world. But yeah, like, I definitely appreciate the relationship that we have, because we can, like, whatever. And it's funny because we always go through, like, a lot of the same stuff. Like, we'll be in relationships with the same type of person. Like, so we on the phone and I'm just like, Mom. Like, like, I'm trying here. It's just a lot.
It's a lot.
And we just go back and forth. Like, oh, and let me tell you, like it's just a lot, So it'd be funny to, like, just see how our lives really do mirror each other sometimes. And we just be like, man, we go through the same thing at the same time. All the time.
All the time. All the time. That's funny.
It is.
It is. Yep, but that's how we do it, though. That's how we get through it. And then we get through it with a lot of comedy. Because, I mean, oh my gosh, like, the material, man. The material that we get is like, you can't make it up. You cannot make it up. Like,
I gotta go back and see if I can find some videos in my phone.
I
know I got some videos when we was talking about.
Because and you know what, the one that sticks out to me, I thought about this the other day, and I don't even think I even watched the full video, but Bill, when we took the trip to DC and you talked about it on your channel, that all I had to hear was Bill, and I was done. Like, I didn't need to relive it all over again. But the fact that you had the presence of mind,
really, Bill?
Yeah, really, Bill. Like,
that was hilarious. I forgot I had posted about that.
Yes,
that is hilarious.
Yes, I mean, it's just been so much, so many things. Like, we always say, we should really have a camera crew, because, like, I can't make it up. And for me to tell you is like, you just
don't do it justice.
It don't do it justice.
Had to be there.
You had to be there.
Like, you really had to be there.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people say that. Like, a lot of people say that. But you really had to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can't even when I run it back, like, that whole situation I was talking about earlier with the laundry, like, the fact, like, running it back, I'm like, what the what? And that's like, when I was saying in my episode, like, you know, my dad would say things to me like, you know, I don't know why y'all pick the people. And I'm like, Dad, if you had been there, mm-hmm. you know, if I would have known that my father gave a damn about me, mm-hmm. do you think I would have picked? Do you think I would have picked the people that I picked?
Right.
You know, if I would have had the same type of relationship with you mm-hmm. that you have with my sisters, mm-hmm. do you think I would have picked the same people? Do you think I would have picked the people that I picked?
Right.
And it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because it's like, if he had, then I probably, who's to say that I would have turned out better? Mm-hmm. Or who's to say, you know, who's to say it wouldn't have turned out worse? But if he had, who's to say I wouldn't have you and your brother? Mm-hmm. Or I wouldn't, I wouldn't be, have the testimony that I have. It'd be something totally different. So I believe everything happens for a reason. And I don't question God about it now. I used to when I was younger, because I just kind of felt like, God forgot about me. But it was like, there was a reason, mm-hmm. And I've made it my goal and my mission to find out what that reason is. Mm-hmm. And that's why I do the things that I do with coaching. I do what I do with massage therapy. I do what I do with my writing, this podcast, with you and your brother, like just my relationships that I've built over time in my friend, relationships, and even with, intimate relationships that, hopefully I'll have in the future. It's like, I just want to be better.
Yeah.
I want to be better. And I pay attention to all those things that I've been through. And I try to learn from everything. My coach always says that when you're going through stuff like that, you should ask God, Lord, where are you in this? Mm-hmm. Shout out to Jackie. Lord, where are you in this? And when she said that to me, the first time she said that to me, it stuck. And I take that to heart, because he's in everything. Mm-hmm. Whether it's not, it ain't looking positive at all, but he's in everything. And that's my goal, is to find God in everything. Like, there's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason. I may not get it today. I may not get it tomorrow or next week. I might get it next year, but he's orchestrating everything.
Yeah, I definitely get that for sure. And I always think about that too. Like, if my dad was here, how my life would have turned out, and I always look at it, especially after I've been in a relationship, sometimes I'll be like, damn it, Dad, like, it'd be nice if, like, I could just have these conversations with you to be like, I'm dealing with this from this man or whatever. And I don't know how things will be different, but like, just to have that conversation, like, from daughter to father, like, to kind of get some sort of like understanding on that side too, would be like, okay, maybe things will be different, because I don't know you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know mom, grandma, and grandpa. And that was it. Like, I didn't have that aside from my grandpa, his dad, being like that father figure for me. Other than that, I didn't have that. And so every now and then, my grandpa, he'll remind me, and he'll just be like, I told your dad I was going to take care of you, and that's what I'm going to do. And I just be like, but why ain't he here to take care of me? You know what I mean? So I think about that a lot, especially as I get older. And sometimes I don't realize how bad it affects me until I do get into like a relationship that's not like the healthiest. Then I'll be thinking like, okay, am I just trying to hold on to this because I don't want someone to be absent in my life again? And I think sometimes that's what makes it a little bit easier for me to just let go.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, if I just detach from this situation, I don't have to go through I'll go through the hurt, but like, I'm already detached from it, so I feel comfortable enough to let go of this person, because I feel like if I didn't have that level of like, discernment too, I would just be staying and staying and staying and just enduring and enduring. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I would much rather you be absent from my life than you be present in my life, and you are hurting me.
Yes. Absolutely.
And
I think that's why another thing that makes me grateful of our relationship is because I can have that talk with you. Because I remember once when I was like, okay, are you doing this because you're afraid? or are you doing this because you feel like this really is the right thing for you to do? Because sometimes you can be like, this is getting and I'm done.
Yeah.
When really it could be a good thing, but you be like, it's getting too deep. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. And I'll be like, okay, are you just scared or?
Yeah. And I remember you asking me
that.
Yeah.
So, and we can be honest with each other about that, and you can say, no, Mom, this is not it.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah. But I just want to put that out there, that this is not you running.
Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah. It was like, I was like, no, I'm not doing like, this ain't that, like, that good and scared, like, ooh, this is getting like, no, I'm like, nah, fam, it's not working.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not it. You know, like, it's taking me through there mentally, and it's taking me back to spaces that I fought so hard to get out of. And I don't want to be in a relationship like that.
And two, I'm going through, y'all was talking about getting married, and it's like, we going through this stuff like this, and you ain't even my husband. Dude.
I don't want it. I don't want it. And I remember calling Grandma too, and I was like kind of talking to her about it. And we were trying to do the whole thing of like not involving everybody. And I understand that, but it's like, this is like truly my support system. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't talk to somebody, I'm gonna probably end up knocking you upside your head. So like, I just like, I'm not physical, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying that. But like, no, for real. Like, I have to be able to like really get that out, because I don't like feeling like I'm just always the issue. Like, I'm the problem. Or you thinking that you always, like, it's just too much to be dealing with. And so I remember calling Grandma, and I was like, I called her a few times throughout that relationship, and I was like, Grandma, this ain't gonna work. And she was like, well, what happened? I'm like, this is just not going to work. And so I would kind of like, lay out certain things for her. She was like, yeah, well, she was like, that's why, I just recommended, y'all going to counseling first. And I was like, but we can't even make it there.
Right.
So at that point, it's like, and especially because we were talking about getting counseling from like, another pastor or something like that. But my thing is, I knew in that relationship that I felt like I had to be the one to lead in a lot of situations.
Yeah, and that's red flag number one.
I did not like that. Like, why do we have to have a 3-day conversation on who to go talk to for counseling?
Well, I mean, that's important. Like, who you pick to counsel you is important.
It is. But if like we literally only have like 2 options, like, come on. Like, what are we doing? It's very important. I don't want to just go to just any old body.
Right.
Whether they know me or not. I prefer someone that really doesn't know me, because I don't want them to be biased. But like, it was just too much of like just uncertainty. And even when I got the before we say I do books or whatever that he recommended to me to get, like, even when I brought it to him or whatever, and he was just like, he barely even wanted to just like read it out loud. Like, he was just kind of like,
I'm just scared.
Yeah, I'm like, what? You don't feel comfortable reading out loud? And I wasn't trying to be funny, but I'm just like,
I'm sorry.
Like, we just sitting there with it just open, and I'm like, okay, well,
we done with that. Like, hey, we got the same book. We did, yes. We got the same book. The same person recommended the same book to us, and we didn't. Nothing. It was nothing.
It was just like it's like you want to sit here and like claim that you want to lead so bad. I'm allowing you to do so, and you're like,
because that's not his version of leading. His version of leading is telling you what to do. Telling you what to do, how to dress, how to feel, where to go, what to eat, and and that's what he learned. That's what he learned that leading was. And it's like, and I'm the type of person, I'm a relationship kind of girl, and I like to do the work.
Yeah.
So it's like, when you give me homework and stuff to do, like, let's dig into this.
Like, I'm not scared.
I'm trying to get to know you. I want to know you. So it's like, I love that stuff.
Yeah, and I can't do surface level.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean?
I'm trying to get deep.
You feel like your version of leading is like you said, like, you know, paying a bill or spending money or helping me when I'm, you know, needing something financially. But it's like anything outside of that, you don't know how to do.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't blame you for it because, like you said, you know, you go off of what you know. But after a certain point, you do have a level of responsibility that you need to take.
Thank you. Clock it.
Like, seriously, you can't just sit here and blame everybody else for how you decide to love and how you choose to love, because it's on you too.
Yeah.
Regardless of who, you know, traumatized you growing up or whatever the case may be. You got mommy issues, you got daddy issues, but you still have a choice to heal from that shit.
Yes. Yes. What happened to you is not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Clock that.
Absolutely.
And I feel like that was a thing that I had to like keep reiterating in that relationship. Like, this is your responsibility too. I'm like, if you don't want to sit down and have those conversations with the people that hurt you, then don't, but figure out another way to have an outlet.
Yeah.
Because you're hurting me by not dealing with that.
Yeah.
And then you want to call yourself being my husband?
And don't think that you're going to come and dump all that on me either. Like, I will be, and I have to tell people this in the beginning. When I first meet people, I tell them in the beginning, yes, I'm a coach, but I'm not going to necessarily be your coach. Like, there are certain things that I understand as a man that you do have to depend on me for, being your partner, being your woman, but I am not going to sit. I am not going to compete with your demons. I'm not going to fight you and your demons. I'm not going to do that. You're going to get some help from an outside source some kind of way, because you don't get to come up in here and disrupt my healing process. Yeah. Because whether we want to admit it or not, we're all healing from something in some way, shape, or form. Always. We're always evolving. We're always growing. If you're not, you're dead. So you don't get to come up and disrupt what I got going on. And you don't get to make me feel bad or guilty because I don't want to be your coach or because I don't want to be your therapist, because I'm the type of person, I'm solution based. And when you come to me with something, naturally, me being a fixer and a nurturer, I'm going to want to try to fix that for you. So I'm coming with a solution. But if you got a problem for every solution I give you, peace out, because I don't have time. I will fire clients. I do not care, because nobody has time to be sitting here coddling you. I'm not going to coddle you. That's not the kind of coach I am. That's not the kind of partner I am, to a certain extent. Now, I do have emotions. I do have feelings. I will comfort you. I will do all those things. But if we still talking about the same issue 6 months from now, even, 3 months from now, and you haven't made any type of progress, I take issue with that. I got a problem with that, because if I can do my work, you can do yours too. Especially, and there's too many resources out here now.
Yeah, and especially if I was doing the work long before you came into the picture. Yeah, like I know what I'm actively doing. Yeah, and then it's like you come into my life and you're not going to put a stop to what I'm doing. Yeah, so now I have to put everything on pause and on hold for me because you got issues.
Yeah, and you're not going to make me feel away because I'm doing the work. Like, you're not, like, I'm not going to take your side eyes. I'm not going to take your smart comments or your so-called jokes about the way I choose to get my healing when you ain't doing nothing. But
blaming everybody else.
And drinking yourself to death or eating yourself to death. You don't get to do that. You don't get to criticize how I choose to heal. Absolutely not. So, yeah, we don't do the unhealthy over here. We don't do that. Not at all. And if I'm not going to fight you for your healing. I'm not going to compete with your demons. I'm not going to do none of that. So you need to come to me either already healed or in the process of healing, or willing to get that healing, willing to do your work. Yeah. Like that whole potential thing, like,
come potential.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to be potential. Like, some things with potential is okay, but some things,
Yeah, and I even knew, I should have known too, because it was like, whenever you like really get a person upset, you really get to like, and they really get to talking, you be like, okay. Because I remember him even saying like on the phone, like, because I don't necessarily even agree with going to counseling. Boom. That's the moment.
The truth always comes out.
And I'm just like, but you said in my grandma's face. Yeah. Well, y'all want to sit here and like try to ask my hand in marriage and go on a whole tour. Go on tour.
On tour.
That was the only point I've ever seen you lead.
Yeah.
was when you want to go on tour and ask everybody for my hand in marriage, and then boom, when it comes to actually doing the work and preparing for that, don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dog, I
throw my hands up.
I throw in the towel.
Yep.
You got it, big dog.
Right, you got it.
And this is in no way a bash session. This is
not at all.
We're talking about our experiences.
Yeah, our experience and how it affected us.
Yeah.
Like, and trust and believe. I believe they probably got two totally different accounts and two totally different stories.
Right.
And if you want it to be known, start your own podcast and tell your story. Because I tell people all the time, if you want it to be depicted differently in my story, then you should have acted different.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't get to dictate how you made me feel.
Right.
You don't get to tell me how what your actions affected me. You ain't in my body.
Right.
So you don't get to tell me that. So yeah. If y'all feel away, y'all can get together and y'all can start a podcast and call it whatever you want to call it. I don't
Surviving
care.
Elise.
Yeah. Y'all ready to tell y'all story?